Everybody needs the January transfer window, but who needs it more between these two teams? We are not talking about other teams now. We are talking about these two teams. Who needs it more? That let's understand the word more. Let's be sincere. Unless we just want to talk about
just based on the fact say one or two things dey happen for Man U. Man U
no get wetin I dey try to see. Let's be sincere with ourselves. There was one time Liverpool was what's it called? They were rallying around 8th, 7th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 9th, 6th position.
Alright guys, welcome back to the football culture. I have with me my able brother Mr. Ramon. How you doing? How you been?
Fine, thank you.
Alright, now we just want to start look into one interesting topic. So far from in this season at least now, we've all seen how Chelsea and Man U have been performing. I can't say they are performing. Both of them are performing good. Just like the brother and sisters. Today they will give you joy. Next week, and silence go full on. They are just inconsistent with their winning performances, and so it's looking like as if there are still areas that need to be tightened. If you look at Chelsea and Manchester United, there are still areas either from the attack, midfield, or defense that still needs to be tightened. And so now we want to pour it out now to know among these two clubs now, who do we think going into the January transfer market needs it more? Who need that market more to tighten one or two areas in this our team? Is it Chelsea or Man U?
The truth is, this question, it's a very hard one to answer because, like I keep saying, like we fans, we just come out, we say things. Like I don't think probably we process it well. That's why I'm saying it is a very hard thing to say. Currently, the truth remains, if I want to go with who needs it more, I will say Chelsea. Why? Why do I say Chelsea? Everybody needs the January transfer window, but who needs it more between these two teams? We are not talking about other teams now. We are talking about these two teams. Who needs it more? That let's understand the word more. Both of them need it, but more. Now differentiate the two. Now, who needs it more? Chelsea. Why? Chelsea are competing on all fronts. Chelsea still have the Champions League to play. They still have the Carabao Cup to play. They have the Premier League. They have the FA Cup. And they are challenging on all fronts. Yes, probably, okay, let's say the Premier League there is still there for them to be. Is still there for the taking. Let's put it that way. But I don't believe they can win it. But what I'm trying to say is they are still challenging on the Champions League front, on the Premier League front. If I had made a mistake about mentioning Champions, I meant Premier League. On the Premier League front, they have the chance to win it because I don't think Arsenal is that far from them, probably 8 points. I'm not saying they can start again and go on a winning run and catch up with Arsenal and collect the league, because the truth is there are people ahead of them apart from Arsenal. It's not only Arsenal that is ahead of them.
Definitely.
Man City is there, Aston Villa is there, teams are there. But what I'm trying to say is they had a goal coming into this season, and the truth still remains the truth. It is their goal is not to win the Premier League, unless you want to say, okay, I am a Chelsea fan. You understand? The truth is, go into the season, do well. We finished fourth last season with a certain amount of points. This season, we want to go into the season. Okay, probably maybe they finish with 66 points. I'm not sure. I think 66 or 69 last season. If you finish with 66 points last season, your goal this season will be to come into this season and probably amass, let's say, 75 and above points. You understand? This season. To show that, because the truth is, in the Premier League currently, I don't think you can have 75 points and don't make it to the top 4. So if your goal is to make 75 and more points on the table, definitely you make top 4. Is that top 4 looking so very certain for Chelsea? Yes, to an extent, they have the upper hand of making that top 4, but they are still shaky. I'm not saying they won't make the top 4, get me right. I'm saying, is this certain? Is it 100% certain? No. You understand? Same way I would say, is it certain, 100% certain that Manchester City or Arsenal will win the league? No. But they are gunning for it. So Chelsea is gunning for the top 4. But is it certain they will make it? No. But forget the top 4 now. They want to make top 4 in the Premier League. They want to challenge for the Champions League. Like win the Champions League. And they still want to, they are in Carabao Cup, Carabao Cup semi-final. The League Cup, they are in the semi-finals. They want to win that too. FA Cup starts January. They want to compete there too. Manchester United, the truth is Manchester United only plays once in a week. That's the Premier League. Okay, FA Cup starts. When FA Cup starts, FA Cup is only a week, once in a week. That's FA Cup for you. Because if you are still in the FA Cup, you play this week, your Premier League, they shift it. They postpone your Premier League for that week. So it is still once in a week they will be playing. I'm not saying their team is made up of everything they need. They need to go into the January transfer window and get something. Like we mentioned earlier, when we were talking about Sergio Ramos, it is still part of them. It is still part of the idea of saying, I want to go into the market and get someone. You get what I'm saying? So who needs it more? Chelsea. On my own part, because the truth is Chelsea is competing on many fronts. Manchester United, let's be sincere with ourselves. If Manchester United gets the Conference League, they are happy. That's no. Yes, the fans. No, the truth is
they are not happy.
No, see, get me right.
Like
I said,
it's better they don't qualify for
Let me tell you something. There is. I've come to understand this over the years. I think it was probably when Arsenal started challenging that made me understood this. The truth is, we fans were emotional and we expect a lot from our team. See, let me be sincere with you. You don't finish 15th on the log and want to. Yes, people have done it before. I'm not saying Leicester City came from the Championship to win the Premier League straight. Yes, it is done. I'm not saying it is not possible. There are times things like that happens, but it is a one-time thing. You understand? But the truth is, let's be sincere with ourselves. Arsenal finished second last season. Liverpool won the league. Manchester City finished third. Chelsea finished fourth. Newcastle finished fifth. You understand? Aston Villa finished around that area. Sixth. I know, seventh or so.
Sixth.
Nottingham Forest finished somewhere around there too. You understand? Brighton finished somewhere around there, though they didn't qualify for this thing. Fulham finished somewhere around there. Crystal Palace were very good last season. You get what I'm saying? All these teams, they were very good last season. But to be sincere with ourselves, and let's be factual with ourselves, all these teams didn't sell their key players. The key players that took them to that position, they didn't sell them. They bought players to improve. Mm-hmm. Why do you feel those teams now will go to 15 for Manchester United to come to 4th? Let's be sincere. Unless we just want to talk about.
Just based on the fact, say one or two things they happen for Man U.
You no get which they try to. See, let's be sincere with ourselves. There was one time Liverpool was what's it called? They were rallying around 8th, 7th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 9th, 6th position. They were not team to be there, but they were there because of the quality they had in their team.
The quality
and that's what I'm trying to say now. Why are you now saying? Why do you now think Manchester United that had the quality of 15th last season, that bought 2 or 3 players? They bought Sesko. Sesko has not been performing. Let's be sincere. They bought Kounha. Yes, Kounha has the Premier League experience and everything, but he only has one Premier League goal this season. You understand? They bought Mbeumo. That's the only shining light in whatever they bought. So I don't think their team changed from that last season.
And that's why I feel they need the transfer window more.
Wait. Now, I don't think this thing changed from last season. Their team really changed. Yes, they had more attack. They had more fluid attack. They are scoring the goals now. But they are still leaking in the goals. The truth is, yes, I understand where you are coming from. That this team is this, that is this. But the truth is, Manchester United, there is a gradual process to this. Unless you don't want to take
How many years now?
It's not. When did they start their rebuild? They started under Amorim now. They tried to rebuild under Ten Hag.
You know what?
For years. At one point, Ten Hag, I don't want to use challenge, but it took them to 3rd. So it was working until they derailed again. So it is not as if Manchester United has been doing something wrong. Yes, they were not quick to see the cracks on the wall. Yes, I understand that. But Amorim just came now. Amorim came now is probably 12 months ago. Or 14, the highest, I think maybe 14 months ago, if it's up to that. Because he came last year, December or so. Probably December or November. And we are in December now again. So I think it's just a year ago. So why do you feel Amorim that met Manchester United in shambles probably steadied the ship? Or I don't want to use, because some Manchester United will cost me. Some of them I don't like Amorim. But at least maintain them. They didn't relegate. Finish 15, and you expect them to from 15 and come and displace the likes of Chelsea. See, I am of the opinion that Liverpool will finish top 4 this season. Why? Because they have the baseline already. Don't worry. Yes, they might be bad. Manchester City was bad last season, but they had the core of their team still there. That is what Manchester United need now. The core of the team that will take them from that 15 to probably maybe 7th, because I believe that's the best position they can have this season, 7th or 8th. I feel that's where Manchester United, me in particular, I'm not saying it is certain, but me in particular, I feel that is where Manchester United can finish this season, 7th or 8th.
All right.
So if they finish there, then they take on from there. Yes, they can buy 1 or 2 in the January transfer window just to make sure that they maintain that 7th or 8th. But the truth is, Chelsea needs it more, because Chelsea is looking like a team that will go home with a trophy this season. So they need someone to get them to that stage. The truth is, you are not playing Conference League. Some Chelsea fans will think, but this is Champions League, this is not Conference League. And I believe you've seen, when we say, this is Champions League, I believe you've seen it. Because the likes of Kopama were not playing at this stage last season. And you were winning the likes of Alahin, Alfagin, Alijama.
Alijuma.
I don't know what they call it. Noah,
Ark of Noah.
Names with the Bible. They win them. But now Atalanta, you see what Atalanta it tell you say hotter than they sell. Pull pepper for una eye. You know understand? So all these things, Chelsea needs more. Me in particular, I'm not saying whatever my opinion is the right opinion, but my own opinion, Chelsea needs the January transfer window more. I'm not saying both of them won't buy, but Chelsea needs it more. If Manchester United is recruiting 2 players, if Chelsea is recruiting the same number of players, the quality of the 2 players that Chelsea will be recruiting, go and check it. It is better than Manchester United's quality, because Chelsea needs it more.
All right, thank you very much for your beautiful and honest opinion. Let me quickly round it up. Well, in my own opinion, I will say.
I know now, you are a Chelsea fan. I know it will come from me. That was why I said Chelsea fan won't think they need it. But the truth is, if you check it, don't worry.
I won't say Chelsea need it more than.
Don't worry, you need it.
Say Chelsea. Now, looking at Chelsea,
your attack is good. Your attack is good. Mm-hmm. Your midfield, yes, they are solid. Mm-hmm. To an extent, they are solid. Santos can come in and do a job. I'm not saying Santos. You still have some people from the injury. You don't need to sign, because the truth is, It will be more to surplus. I'll be surplus to requirement. How did they put it? I don't know that English, but I think it's surplus to requirement. If you are buying in the midfield, because you can still wait for the likes of Lafia. And I heard Esugu or something is back. So things like that. So I think you can still weather this thing till probably February when you have those 2 back. But the truth is, Cole is out for a longer period.
Cole should be back latest February.
But he doesn't start. Before he regains fitness and things like that. Gabriel Jesus has been back since November, before November. He started playing ending of January, ending of December or mid-December. And he has been back since late October. So what I'm trying to say is, if you are back February, you still need this thing. If what's it called is back February, if Cole is back February, he still needs the whole of February and probably a chunk of March before he starts playing. And the season is way past where you are telling me April. So I'm not saying, and looking at your team now, where is your problem coming from? Yes, you have the defense. Yes, you rack up clean sheet here and there. You understand? But the truth is, I believe you have more solid defense than this. There are mistakes that your team makes that it shouldn't be. You understand? Like, it is personally some Chelsea fans that will say, why are they starting Tosin?
Now,
why are they starting this?
Now let me ask you.
It's because they are not quality enough.
Let me just ask you this simple question now. One of the reasons why I'm saying Man U needs this transfer window more than Chelsea. Now, for honest opinion now, if the last game between Man U and Bournemouth, that Man U took the lead from 2-1, they equalized 2-2, 3-2, Man U took the lead again at 4-3. If it were to be Chelsea, do you think Bournemouth will still collect that game?
No. But do you know?
That is why I want to tell you that.
Wait.
Man U still.
Wait, I want to ask you. I've answered your question, and I know you don't tell me. I want to ask you a question too, personally.
Okay.
Why do you think Manchester United drew that game?
Drew that game?
Yeah. No, I'm asking now. Why?
It's because it's okay. There are so many reasons. One of the facts could be okay. Some of the goals they considered came from maybe some came from the errors Bruno made losing balls.
Let's move on.
Nice one.
Let's move on.
They are the first two.
I don't hear wetin you want talk, but wetin I want make you know. Moving on from here, we won't say anything after this. The truth is, none of the goals came from Manchester United backline mistake. Like, they didn't get the ball and lose the ball or pass the ball or something. But what I'm trying to tell you is, what I'm trying to tell you, calm down.
They frustrated any part of the squad.
Do you want me to say something? Arsenal lost to Aston Villa. Why? They didn't kick the ball to Aston Villa players. They didn't tell Aston Villa. They didn't invite Aston Villa to come and score. What I'm trying to tell you is, there are some moments in matches, in football matches, it comes down to your mentality. If you want to take it, no wahala. If you don't want to take it, I won't say more than that. But the truth is, see, there are times in football your coach will tell you to calm down. Just calm down. Play the normal football. Do not rush it. You understand? That is why I said it comes down to mentality, and that mentality, it is being impacted on the players from the coach. So Manchester United coming up twice in that game and still losing it, and I'm putting it to you, it is their mentality. It has been happening this season and they've not been able to correct it. I will still say it. They drew 2-2 to Tottenham, drew 2-2 to Nottingham Forest, and it never came. See, we can go and check. It never came from any defender error or something. Yes, midfielder lose possession in the middle, but it is your job as a coach to tell that midfielder that you don't want him to take too many touches or this. It doesn't mean that you say, oh, okay, Bruno took too many touches, you want to send him to bench. It is not done that way. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It boils down to mentality. Yes, Manchester United can go into the market January and buy 2 players, and Chelsea will go into that market and buy 1 player. Let me tell you, the 1 player that Chelsea is buying is a key player. Manchester United is buying surplus to the requirements, because at this point, Amorim does not have a first 11. He's still looking for a first 11. Yes, they might say, oh, okay, this one is not good, let's put this one. That is why they are buying 2. And why Chelsea is buying 1 is because they needed that 1. They need that 1 to push them to something at the long run. You can't buy 1 and say you want to put him on the bench. I'm not saying the 1 will start immediately, but you can't buy at this point. Chelsea cannot buy 1, and that 1 won't have a great impact at the end of the season. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, all right. Don't be no Allah. Thank you very much. Stop. We've all said our own opinion here between Chelsea and Man U, who we feel needs the transfer window more, whether it is Chelsea or it is Man U. Please, viewers all over there, help us by giving us your own view on who you feel needs this January transfer window more. Whether not Chelsea need them or I've been a Man U need them. And please, if you are watching us for the first time, this is Football Culture. Help us to subscribe to our channel, and also the link to all our social media handles are on the description of this video. Please do check it out and follow us. Make sure you turn on your notification so that as they drop on like this, bam, you receive them for your phone. Thank you, Ramon. Thank you for coming again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys.